Welcome back. It's Kovacs Report, and it's time to take a look at our favourite space dog, Krypto, the last dog of Krypton. Issue 2 has landed with a beautiful Jae Lee cover. I just can't say no to Jae Lee's work. Anyway, fair warning before you watch any more of this video. A great part of this book does show animal abuse, and if that's something that you don't want to read or you don't want to see, I advise you immediately stop watching the video and not read the book at all if you haven't already read it. Now, if you are reading this book, please read it before the video because there will be spoilers. I don't want to spoil it. And leave a like if you like the video. And subscribe if you can. I'd really, really appreciate it. So, back onto the book. Jae Lee cover, doing what he does. I can't say no. I cannot say no to Jae Lee. Just look at that. Look at little Krypto looking so cute. Let's dive straight in. So, it's written by Ryan North with art by Mike Norton. I think this is actually, this series is Ryan North's DC debut, actually. The first issue was fun. You know, you fell in love with Krypto. It was quite a sad story, actually. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was because I'm not a big fan of Ryan North. But anyway, here we are. Like I say, there's a warning at the beginning about the content. So again, just to remind you, if you sort of skipped ahead, there will be lots of horrible animal abuse in this book. So if you don't like that, stop watching now. Anyway, at the end of issue 1, a young boy has found Krypto shortly after he's landed on Earth and is a young Lex Luthor. And he's a complete bastard. Like, really, like Ryan North has dialed up his bastardness to 12, right? And he is horrible to Krypto. He's absolutely horrible. He has this thing in his mind that you reward an animal for good behavior, right? Because it avoids causing the animal stress, fear, or pain. But he says they are wrong. They are wrong because you know what? How can they understand the difference in good behavior and bad behavior if they haven't experienced the consequences of disobedience? So he really literally has a firm handle foot with the dog. It is really horrible, actually. I'm an animal lover. I've got 3 cats floating around my house. And I found it a little, I'll be honest, you know, I'm not going to say I'm a big tough guy, but I found it a bit hard to look at. I didn't like it. I mean, look at poor Krypto here. You can really feel his pain. And that's what Ryan North has done very, very well throughout this book, is you really, really feel for Krypto. You really, really do. Anyway, back to the bastard that is a young Lex Luthor. Now, I'm assuming this is a shanty town, the suicide slums, where he grew up originally. So I think that ties into main continuity maybe, but this is a little bit of a rewriting of Krypto's original story because if I'm right, he was found by Superboy, you know, young Superboy, not Lex Luthor. Anyway, back to Lex. So Lex, he is up to something. He's up to something. You know what he's like. He's working on some horrible plan to gain his riches and, you know, power and control because he's an egotistical megalomaniac, right? So we see our young Krypto here, you know, drinking water, and he chews on the leg. And as soon as Lex gets home, he disciplines him and he puts him in a cage, right? And he just keeps reiterating, you know, you will get food if you're good. You will be rewarded if you're good. If not, you will suffer. Be a good dog. Be a good dog. And again, it's horrible. And you see him throughout the days just being a normal dog, right? Chewing on something, chasing after other dogs. But old Lex here, he just punishes him every single time. And he talks to the dog. It's like the dog is his only friend. Now, Lex is living with some relatives in this shanty town, and he's horrible to them. He is, honestly, you can see what he was as an adult, right? And this just shows he was always like this, you know. He was always been a complete and utter bastard, basically a narcissist, and he's building the bomb because what he wants to do is claim he wants to claim his relatives' life insurance because he needs money. He's worked out that he can basically own 87% of Metropolis by the time he's 18, but he needs some seed money, right? And the best way to do that is to create this bomb which causes a fire, kills his relative so he can claim the insurance money, and it leaves no trace, so he just looks like completely clean, like a victim. But he is actually having a moment of, you know, is this a good thing? Is this right or wrong? And you can feel him wrestling with the morality of it all. So he says, tomorrow I'm going to do some more research on humanity, right? I'm going to make a decision later. So off he pops to the library or wherever it is he's going to do his research after a bit more animal abuse, of course. And the bomb The bomb falls onto the floor when he slams the door and activates, right, causing the fire. And as Lex returns, he sees this fire burning, realizes it's the house, and he runs in and he saves Krypto, which I found strange. I found strange. I thought because it's like he hates the dog, but he also loves him at the same time, and he saved the dog. Ironically, right, he saved the dog before the humans. So I guess this also illustrates how he cares more about the dog than he does his relatives, because he needs them to die anyway, right? So he runs out with the dog, makes sure he's safe. It also shows maybe that he is even more innocent because, you know, the dog's out. He saved the dog. It wasn't anything to do with him. But members of this shantytown also notice what's going on as the dog is barking. Krypto is barking. He's trying to call for help as Lex just watches it burn down. So his plan is fulfilled. And that's not good. That's not good. So he wrestles with him, trying to muzzle him with his hands. It's horrible, actually. I really don't like seeing that on an animal. But the villagers have heard Krypto's cries, and they come in and they save the family. And they go, "Oh, he tried to save his relatives. He's a hero. He's a hero." And Krypto, well, he's had enough. This is a bad man, and he's not hanging around anymore. So he makes a run for it. And boy, does he run. But then again, he's left all alone as winter in Metropolis arrives. Now, I was surprised how much I liked this book, putting the animal abuse aside, but you cannot help but loving Krypto even more by the end of it, knowing that at the beginning of his journey has been absolutely terrible at the hands of Lex Luthor. And you can't wait till someone loving is going to come along, scoop him up, and put that little red cape and collar on him. So yes, this was a hit for me. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but I'm into it now. I'm gonna read the whole series. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Not much else to say. Let me know yours, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next video.